Hello. So yesterday we have seen this particular view tab, but over here one thing we need to see it, that is the we had seen the value distribution over here, that is the rain crow and the Chris Cortis has two and rest have one. But this particular thing we need to see that the count, the error, the empty, the distinct, the unique, what are this? This we can see over here. That is the total count is 30, the distinct are 28, the unique are 26. And here we can see that there is no empty string in this particular thing. And what is the minimum and the maximum? This is the alphabetical text tab. So what all we have, the data types, this has the data types is the text. So the A, B, C, D characters are over here. Like A comes first and the max is the T, that is last. So if we go to the numeric, the things will be changed over here. If we go to the numeric, we can see that the things are changing and that the average is there, the standard deviation is there, the even and the odd, how many even numbers are there, how many odd numbers are there. That all information has been provided over here. Okay, so that is it. So right now we had seen the query dependencies, this entire this tab. We have seen it, the view tab. Now we will go on to the home page, and from there, what we will do is just click on the home page and there go to the close and apply button, because right now we are on the untitled Power Query editor. We are on the untitled Power Query editor that we don't want. We want that file to be saved, because whatever we are doing the work, we need to use that particular work in the future. So we want the file to be saved. So for the purpose of saving the file, what I will do is I have used the close and apply button. I have used the close and apply button, and wherein the file now has gone to the Power BI desktop. So here I will use the apply changes. I will use the apply changes so that we can go on to the Power BI desktop now, and we can see over here we are the files are loading over here on the Power BI desktop load, waiting for other queries. So one append has been loaded, the merge has been evaluating, and the practice has been evaluating. So we have to wait for these files to be loaded, and then once loaded, we can go over here in the file option and then save this file. Save this files for our future, so that whenever we finish our work over here for the day or something, we can again uh, save the file, and the other day we are working on it, or after some time, after some hours, we are working on that file, then it is always better to save it. Like save a Excel file, same way we will be saving this file also. So now it is creating the model and all those things. Let's see how much time it is taking to save the file. It should be done pretty faster. So let's see how much time it takes. Oh, I think it is taking a bit of time. Anyway, we have to wait up till that. There is no other option for us to do, because saving file is very much important. Then only we can move ahead. I don't know why it is taking so much time. Let's see if we can do something or we can cancel it. Because unless this particular menu is there, we can't be able to do anything. Unless this particular menu is gone, we can't be able to creating connection in model. Okay, I think there are no connection at all. So why it is showing that way, that is a little bit of doubt. But anyway, need to wait for it. Okay, now it is loading. So most of the things have been done now. Now it is loading. Okay. Once it is loading, then it will go back over here. Yeah, now it is showing now kilobyte and all those things from student marks, append, merge, and practice. It is showing the name of the file. It is showing the kilobyte what it is processing. So it is on the end process now. So it is on the end process of the file, and it will surely do it very fast. Okay, and afterwards we can go on to over here. Yeah, that is done. Okay, now it is done. So we will be able to work on the data now, save the file, and then go back to the Power Query editor. It is gone. I think because of the recording, it is taking time, but else it should not take that much time, and it doesn't take that much time to do it. Anyway, now it is done. So we can see over here the untitled Power BI desktop, and the data whatever is there will come over here. Data whatever we have done it will come over here, and then we can put onto the untitled Power BI desktop. Oh, it has come over here. We can see the append, the merge, and the practice data. Okay, so we can go over here, go to the file, and there is an option over here to save as. There is an option over here to save as, and then we can go to the save as option and browse this device. So once we browse this device, we can get the location where the file needs to be saved. That the file we will save, I have created a folder over here, that is the Power BI, and there I will save the practice file over here. I can give the name of this file, practice, okay, and then save this particular file. After saving it, we can see the untitled Power BI desktop. Now the name will be changed so that we can use it later also. Okay. So we can see this practice, the name is changed. We can even change the name also later. That is, I think I will go back to the Power BI desktop. This we have come over here. Now I'm back to the Power BI desktop. We have saved the file now. Later on, we will see more things on it. Right now, we will go to the transform data. The Power Query has opened again. Now we can see over here the name of the file has been given. We have given the name of the file. Then what we can do is we can go to the Power Query is opening now. Now we can go to the new source. We can go to the new source over here. Okay. So one more file we will be bringing in over here. One more file we will be bringing in over here. That is the we will getting the text CSV file. The text CSV file, and with that help of the text CSV file, we will be seeing much of the this thing. Okay, we can go to the download where the files are there, and there we have the option called this particular folder is there, and then I have the option over here. The files have been kept. Oh, okay. The practice files. Okay, I think it is not in this folder. It is in this particular folder, right? So this was it was here itself. It was here itself. Okay, fine. So that file we can get over here. That is the sales detail file which we are checking it right now. And with the help of that file, we will try to understand these are what are the types of the menus over here. What are the types of the because this is the tab. These are the groups, and this is the entire thing is the ribbon. The entire thing is the ribbon. So we will press OK over here and get this file over here in this Power Query, and then we will start working on the file. That is the different type of things we can do over here that we will have a look at. Right now we have seen the new source, then we will going on to the just save over here to save the file, then we will go on to the recent sources. Okay, then we can go on to the recent sources over here. It is loading, but when I save it, then it is the file gets load. Now we can go on to the recent sources. So you can see over here the recent sources, what all the files we have used recently. So all the recent sources are visible over here. Whatever files we have accessed over here that way. Then comes the enter data. Then comes the enter data. The enter data, what it does, it creates a manual table over here, and we can use that. Generally, when we go to the DAX, we will use this table. So I can put over here that is the DAX table, right? DAX table will be there, and then we can press OK. So after pressing OK, what we can do is, once we get the DAX table over here, then there is a manual table that we will be using it at that time. So if we are on the source, if we go over here, and if you are on the source, like you want to see some manual table is there, then to click over the settings over here, then the table will be again over here visible, and whatever changes we want to do in this particular table, we can do it, like insert a column, then the English, maths, whatever columns we want to put it, we can put it over here. We can add the rows, maths. We can put some values over here for the English, like 12 or 15, and we can add some rows over here, the 25, any number of values. I'm just typing it over here. I think this is taking as a text. This is taking as a text because text is always left aligned, that is A, B, C, D, and the numbers are always right aligned. Okay, it is considering as a text over here. We can see it is considering as a text. So we have just typed some numbers over here for sake of understanding it. That's it, nothing else. So here the column table wasn't found. Okay, source. That's it. That's it. Now we have done this. So we will go on to the other thing, that is the data source settings. The data source settings shows that from where the file we have got. Now for the file, there is the C colon users. We can see over here, these two files are here. This one is the practice file and the sales details files. So here we can change the source. Suppose if we have anytime used any type of things, like anytime we have gone over here and there, this is the actual path. This is the actual path which is there for the particular file. As we can see over here, the sales details speak well. Okay. Student marks, okay, that is the path which we have got it from here, so that we can, if suppose the file is incorrectly copied or something done to some other location, then we have to change that particular thing. So instead of working over here, what we will do is, we will get this file path, we will get this file path, and what we can do is, okay, I think sales details equal is much better. Instead of getting that particular file path for the student marks, we will set a parameter for it. Instead of doing that, we will try to set a parameter for it, and here we will get the file path from here, and today we will try to complete the parameter. Okay, the entire file path I'm just taking it from here. Now instead of using this particular thing, there is one option called the parameter. Okay, we will try to explore that particular thing over here. Okay, I will just press OK over here and OK over here. So what we have is manage parameters option. The manage parameter option, right now we don't have any parameter, so we will put a new parameter. The new parameter, what it will do is the file path. The file path. Okay. So here I will just put the file path. So now what will happen is, we will create a parameter for it. Now a parameter will appear over here. We can see the file path parameter has been created. So in this particular thing, in this particular file, what we will go over here is data source settings, and then instead of this particular file, what we will do is change source, and there, using the change source, we will go to the change source, and there we will use the instead of using this hard coded file path, we can use the parameter over here, and the file path is the parameter. It has been selected over here because it is only one parameter, so this has been auto selected. Okay, now the benefit is that if we create a copy of this file, then the only one path will be there. Only this path we can use it, as we can create a copy of this file, a duplicate of this file, copy duplicate of this file. Then anytime if we change the location, we just have to change in this particular file path. Suppose you have to change the location of this particular file, then you have to change the parameter itself, and both the files, both these things will get affected, because here we can see the source now. The source will be on the parameter, not on the basis of the source will be on the parameter, not on the hard coded thing. If you have created a duplicate of this, then it will be of use. So there are other part of the parameter is that we can always see this particular thing as, suppose today we will see this particular thing of the parameter. The other part of the parameter is like we can go over there and create a new parameter. Now parameter we can create of these things, like suppose I have a filter over here, and I am using the filters, that is the between filter. I am using the filter that is the between filter, and that between filter, how will I do it? I will use the between filter, and there I will tell that this we can put it somewhere like suppose you have to get from the 2015, then I have to get it till the 2017. Okay, 2017 and everything. Fine. So we can take it for the 2016 itself. That will be much better. Before and equal to. I think we can go into the advanced level also. Order date is equal to this, or that is also there. Much more options are there in the advanced level, but here we will keep it over here, and then we will keep a filter. Now what happens is this type of filter is created over here. So we can go and see over here in the advanced editor what is the type of date. The date, what is the type of date which has been coming over here? That is the 31/1/2015 and 31/12/2016. Okay, this type of date is coming over here. So that is the, we can see clearly over here. What we have to put the date is, what we have to put the date is the day, the month, and the year. So year should be first, the day afterwards, and month later. So when we create a parameter, the new parameter, what we can do is we can just create it over here. And today we will see the date start. Then we will put the date start over here, and there we will put the date. Okay, and there the current value, any value it can be, and then I can put that 2015. Okay, then I can put the day, the month. We'll just have a look at it, what is the exact timing, because I, and there from there we will have a look at the date. Okay, month, year is there, the day, the month is there, and the day, year, monday, year, monday. So we will, when we are creating the new parameter, then we have to create it accordingly, then only it will be fitted with this. Okay, so for that what I will do is, instead of that date, start date, then I will put the date over here, and then okay, then the query is there. No, query not needed, we can put any value over here, and year, month, then the date. Okay, month and the date, right? And the date is over here, so we will put it start date, then we will put the end date. Start date is this, then the end date is this new parameter. So that will be open, so that will be the start date, end date. Okay, and here we will put the date. Here we will put that 2016 or something. We will put the 2016, and there we will put the month, that is the 12, and then we can put the year, day. Okay, that way. And so we have created this over here, and then we will go on to the sales details key equal, and over here instead of the filtered rows, what we can use it, we can just go over here, and instead of the filtered rows, like instead of using this, we can use the, oh, over here we can use the parameter. Over here we can use the parameter, that is the, instead of that we can use the start date, and here also we can use the parameter, and instead of that we can use the end date. So now we have parameterized this. Whatever changes will we make, we will be able to make it from there. funnel we can see over here. Now we can see we can't do any changes over here in between this. We can't do any changes over here. We are only going only 15 and 16. Only 15 and 16 data is there. The data is much more than that, but we can see only that 15 and 16. And here we can see that second class. We can see the ship mode over here. That also we can parameterize. So first class, same day, second class, standard class. Okay. So whatever changes have to be made, they have to be made from here. We need to make the changes from here. Then that parameter will be affected over here, right? So we need to make the changes over here like this 2017. That is the one, and here we can put the one over here, right? So that way, once we make the changes over here, whatever we can see over here will be get affected. Okay, so we can see over here. So as we have made the changes over here, the same will be affected over here. Okay, now 1/1/2017 we have put it. So if we put something like that instead of that 31/1, so we can put that 31/1 over here, then the date will be reflected. If we put the 31/1 over here and press OK, then we can see over here the date will be reflected in this order date. We can clearly see over here now. See, this date is now reflected as we have changed the parameter. And one more parameter we can create it lastly for today. We will put the new parameter, the ship mode we will create, second class, okay, ship mode we will create over here, and then we will create the parameter. Okay, the ship mode, that is the, okay, any we can put over here, but list of values you need to put over here. That is the standard class. We need to use the proper caps over here. The same day, the same day, then the first class, and then one more it is second class. Spelling and everything needs to be perfect. So then only the value will work. Otherwise, else the filter will not work. Okay. So I think we can take this and press OK. Now we have parameterized this also. Now we have parameterized this also, the ship mode over here. So what we can do is we can go to the filtered rows. We can go over here and go to the filtered rows. Okay, and I think there is no space of adding over here anything. And we can go over here and add the clause. Presently there was nothing over here, but we can add the clause over here, and then we can take the ship mode over here, and ship mode equals to, that is the, instead of using the first class, same day, second class, we can very well use the parameter over here, and then the file instead of the file path we can use the ship mode. So now everything is parameterized, and we can see over here same day. As we can put in same day, we can just go over here and change it first class. As we have changed the first class, then we have got the first class over here. So everything is now parameterized. Whatever we are putting it in the parameter, whatever, one more thing I will show you, whatever we are changing in the parameter. So the use of this is that when we have to have a specific data for a specific period or a specific data from the entire data, then we can put the parameters over here. I think that then that's all for today. The next training session we will be going on to these parameters we have completed, data source we have done, the new query and the close. All this we have seen. Then we will go on to the query option, query group in the next training session. Okay. Bye bye.